Good morning, welcome to Featherwood Farm. This is Darcy, and we're gonna go through the Daydream garden today. Just a quick update since the boxwood hedge is in. I also had these brick pavers on hand from some other project that I took apart, I don't know, sitting in a pile somewhere. So I lined the border with that. I really like the way it looks, and I don't have enough to finish that part yet. And the hedge isn't perfectly straight, but once they all start growing into one another, you'll never be able to tell. The firelight hydrangea is really starting to put on her show. These get about 6 to 8 feet tall and wide, so there will be some space until the boxwoods really fill out in the corner. There'll be space right there, and I'm wanting to put like a tall metal obelisk there. I think that would be nice. Possibly grow a clematis vine up it. Don't mind, I think it's called dog vomit slime or dog vomit mold. It's not harmful, it just appears when you have excess moisture. It actually helps break down and decay things, so I'm not touching it. The Eustacy Vi David Austin rose is putting on growth, starting to get buds. So I'm excited to see that. The deer have taken a couple passes through here. They actually nibbled on the Celestial Night rose a bit. See right there. And let's see, yes, it's getting more new buds as well. That'll be its third flush of blooms actually, and it probably would have had more, but yeah, the deer. They must not have liked what they tasted because they would have eaten much more. So the deer repellent is working, but all of the summer babies have been born and they definitely don't know any better. So I think a lot of the damage is actually coming from the babies. I put in some ladies' mantle in various spots around the edges, as well as powwow wildberry echinacea. On the other side, same ladies' mantle, powwow wildberry, and powwow white echinacea. And it's been quite hot, so the ladies' mantle looks a little worse for wear, but it'll perk up. I left a slight opening in the boxwoods right here, even when they're mature, which, you know, will be a while. There'll be space to kind of walk through, walk under the Coosa dogwood when it's grown up and has a taller canopy. I missed this. Put in a hibiscus. I'll put the cultivar up. And yeah, I need to do a little weeding through here. Not too bad though. But my goal was to kind of round out the shape of this kind of border. Same thing over here. And once things are grown in, this path will be a little more narrow, which I'm going for right now. It feels way too wide. And please also keep in mind that most of the plants in this garden, it's their first season. There are a few things that have been here a couple of seasons, but most everything, it's their first season or they've been moved around, and so there is a lot of filling out to do. I still haven't kind of addressed the color issue on this side. Oh yeah, and the deer ate all of my sedum. Oh, that's unfortunate. But yeah, haven't addressed the color issue just yet. I'm not sure what I want to get in here, that's why. But the Astrantia is putting out a second flush. And actually, a couple of the Tiarella plants did as well. Super, super small, but put out a couple of tiny little spikes. The Haas Halo are in their full bloom. Let's come over to this one. They look really lovely. And the bees have been quite enjoying them. Look at that one. These ones haven't all opened yet. So these are Mount Cuba Center's like #1 choice for pollinators as far as hydrangeas go, because they have a combination of the sterile flowers as well as non-sterile ones, more so than all other varieties according to their trials. So that's why we wanted those. Something has been eating the anemones. Honestly, if I had to guess, I would say Japanese beetles. 'Tis the season for them. I've been plucking them off of my roses and my zinnias and everything else. Over here, everything looks pretty much the same. Solomon seal is in, the Jack Frost Brennera. Oh, the Dark Side of the Moon Astilbe is blooming, and this color is just too beautiful. It starts off a lot more like a mauvey pink dark color, and then as the flowers open, it's almost this kind of pink lavendery mix, and against that dark foliage is just, yeah, it's beautiful. My little Rudbeckias are starting to bloom, and the Columbine also is having a second flush. But I know the deer repellent is working because my hostas are not gone. They're still here, so that's good. Oh, the Bobo hydrangea is getting its flowers. I have quite a few hydrangeas, and I have enough varieties that they are all blooming at different times in this through the summer, so that's nice. And I apologize for the road traffic. It's a weekday, everyone's heading to work. These Midnight Masquerade penstemon are actually holding their flowers for quite a long time. Again, another really pretty one. The color is actually very similar to the Astilbe, the Dark Side of the Moon Astilbe, both in flower and foliage. And behind that, the opening act Pinkadot Phlox, putting on its second flush, which I forgot to deadhead these, and then I saw that the blooms were coming back, so I don't want to deadhead them right now, obviously. Drumstick alliums. These ones bloomed at a later time than the ones in the cottage garden and in front of the cut flower garden did, and I'm chalking that up to the light. The echinaceas are looking glorious. I believe these are Magnus echinacea. But the cones are especially vibrant this year. I feel like I don't remember the coloration being quite that vibrant. Very pretty. Oh, here's one with just the cone. A chicken probably knocked that stem over. And this is the Little Angel Sanguisorba. Looking adorable. My dahlias. I did not pinch these ones back. I don't intend on cutting from them, so I'm not really concerned. I honestly don't even remember how tall they were supposed to be. This was just a pack that I had picked up from Eden Brothers. I like the look of them. I think they were anemone style, all of them. And the Rudbeckia over here is also starting to bloom, as well as this Sanguisorba. This one's supposed to be a lot taller, but it got moved around, so stunted it a bit. We'll see how it does next year. And yeah, that is everything so far in the Daydream garden. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you like the way the boxwood hedge is looking. I don't know when I'm gonna finish up that back brick border. Maybe this year, maybe next year. But yeah, thank you for joining me. We'll see you next time.